Yeah, we're kind of borderline.
I have 8 being present and 5 not being here, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, no, mathematically it makes sense. Introduction. Oh, good.
Okay, I'm just gonna write present on that.
Yeah, that's fine. We're doing introduction of guests, so if any guests would like to introduce themselves.
My name is John Seiler.
Okay. I'm going to combine introduction of guests and guest remarks, so if you want to introduce yourself and do your remark, and I can just continue.
Oh.
Would you like to do your remark too?
No, I'm just here filming.
Okay.
Do you have recording outside of
You can pass.
It's a public meeting.
Yeah, it's a public meeting.
No, I'm just asking. I know he's allowed to.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
he's just holding a phone.
I don't understand.
He's texting.
It's so he has better view of the Senate.
I'm basically filming it. I'm broadcasting it over Ustream also for people on campus who would not be able to make the meetings, so they be able to know like what is going on.
Clever idea.
Okay.
I said pass.
Pass.
Okay. Hi. Hello. My name is Ashley Strange. I'd like to apologize for the fact that I'm reading this off of a laptop. But yay, library computers for loading very slowly. Like I said, my name is Ashley Strange. I'm a broadcast journalism major, and I'm here today to discuss the recent bill that's going to come forward regarding voting, or the reading of the votes here at ASUAF. It is the end of my 5th year here at UAF. I voted in every single ASUAF election, and I've encouraged my friends to do the same. I'm wearing the shirt, really cool shirt, that I received after voting in last year's election, stating "Vote like you give a damn." Every time I voted, I felt my vote counted. I gave a damn, even though I can't wear the shirt in front of my mother because she doesn't approve of the word damn. Many students on this campus don't vote because they don't give a damn. The apathy that exists at UAF is legendary, but regardless, the Senate still represents those students, even though they don't speak up. The students that have spoken using their votes expect their voices to be heard because they have seen the flyers that are telling them to vote. One flyer actually read this semester, "To vote and make your voice heard." When the election results were posted online this semester, I did not see my write-in vote among those that were tallied, and when I posted the results on Facebook, I know many people who also did not see their votes included. Maggie Ingby is a senior civil engineer, and she wrote, "My votes did not count. No one I voted for showed up. Is this democracy? I think no." Allie Bateman is a freshman fisheries major, and she replied, "Mine didn't count either. I'm so bummed they didn't show up. I took some serious time doing my write-ins." These are the students who were encouraged to vote by you, the ASUAF Senate. The Senate, by enacting SR 176-007, would discourage those students from voting. The argument has been made that reading all the votes allowed would be a waste of time. I feel that while it would actually take time, it would not actually be a waste. I'm tired of being told by people at this university that any action is impossible because it would take effort. As many of you know, I work for Residence Life, and, you know, any action usually takes some effort and is nullified. Every vote should not only be read aloud, they should be used as constructive criticism. I understand that as a student, my every whim cannot be catered to. If I wrote into a vote that every senator should come to each meeting matching suits, and sometimes on Tuesday we're matching suits, that would be a whim that could not be catered to, but it should be heard. But those votes are important because this is a survey of your constituents, and you cannot just pick your favorite or least offensive bits and leave the rest out. You have to let us help you be better people. In the words of the playwright Jonathan Larson, why should we blaze a trail when the well-worn path seems safe and inviting? But why should it take a catastrophe to start a revolution? And he's right. Why should we as UAF students have to fight to have our voices heard? Why must this catastrophe of a bill be the thing that brings us together? Larson continues, what does it take to wake up a generation, and how can you make someone take off and fly? If we don't wake up and shake up the nation, we'll be eating the dust of the world and wondering why. I implore you to read and release every single vote that was submitted, because if you won't acknowledge our votes, then they won't count, and your jobs will soon be nullified. Thank you.
2 points of information.
Yes.
Real fast. Second of all, we do release all the written results. And were your votes really not on the official results?
Yes.
And you were able to vote online?
Yes.
So you're making a verbal complaint about this election?
Yes.
Okay, do you want that marked down in the minutes? Because if so, that means that the elections board actually gets 72 hours to respond to the complaint.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want that?
Yes.
Okay, then I guess we're going to have our Senate meeting.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, Yeah, because the election board needs an opportunity
Okay.
to respond to said complaint.
Can we explain to her what
Wait,
it means to actually complain?
Yeah,
Could I say something about this?
we'll continue through the guest remarks, and then people can state their feelings. We're going to let the guests, because this is guest remarks time, so right now we're taking care of our guests first. I just want her to be assured that she wants to make a written complaint. She wants to express her complaint to us about the elections, and she wants it marked down so it's a written complaint. Does the election, we can't officiate the elections this meeting, because the elections board needs to have 72 hours to respond to such a complaint. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, just because I am writing this down in minutes. So I have that the complaint, being that you voted online and your vote was not part of the unofficial results. And
Yes.
the unofficial results were just a tally of all the online votes, so.
But they weren't all the online votes, because I spoke
Well,
to other
right,
students.
right,
who were also
but you
online.
voted online and it didn't show up in that listing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah,
Does
sure.
anybody else have any more questions?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. For our next guest, like to speak.
Hi there. My name is Josh Hovis, and I come before you today to speak out on what I feel is a grave dereliction of duty and violation of student interest. It is my contention that Bill SR 176-007, the election manual changes, seeks to silence student criticism and protest towards the ASUAF Senate. I feel compelled to say that whatever criticism I may offer of the Senate today is not a personal attack on any one senator unless I specify that it is, but more, my criticism is directed at the output of the Senate and the product which the Senate exports to the students of UAF. I want to take a second and read the ASUAF oath of office. I, name, hereby swear and affirm that I meet all qualifications of the office of ASUAF position, and that I shall serve the members of the association to the best of my ability, preserve the trust the association has placed in me, and advocate the association with all of my ability. This oath mentions the words, serve the members of the association to the best of my ability, preserve the truth that the association has placed in me, and advocate the association with all of my ability. The definition of advocate is a person who pleads for or in behalf of another, an intercessor. Another definition is a person who speaks or writes in supports or defense of a person, cause, etc. Let me remind you, the oath does not say serve the members of the association I agree with, or whose opinions are articulated or stated in a fashion to my liking. To advocate is to plead for or on behalf of another, and in this case, I believe, plead for them regardless of your personal opinion. You are student advocates when you swear this oath, and you have taken upon yourself a duty and an obligation to represent all students of ASUAF, not just the ones you agree with. It is my firm contention that students during the election process have chosen to use write-in section of the ballot to voice criticism and protest through their use of their vote. It is irrelevant to me whether they wrote in Batman, Darth Vader, Chancellor Rogers' mustache, or something more profane, such as Bag of Dicks. Students are and continue to be under the impression that whatever they wrote literally has a voice in the Senate and will be read out loud to the Senate. Let me state that not every student is comfortable voicing their concerns face-to-face with a member of the ASUAF Senate. Students are placing their trust in the Senate. Their objections, however they may be stated, will have a place in the Senate. Bill SR 176-007 denies students that voice and that place. If this bill is passed, I demand to know where students may have their voices heard. In the past, the Senate has told us to vote like we give a damn, and this semester that is just what some students did. They voted like they gave a damn. Now, through SR 176-007, those students are losing their advocacy in the Senate from the very people who were sworn to uphold it. What other means is there to make senators acknowledge election results? I had a conversation with Tom Hewitt, who isn't present, but earlier this week, and I wanted to thank him for that. It was his belief to provide each senator with a copy of the election results instead of reading them out loud. This was his belief due to the possible misuse of the write-in section with regards to the possibility of personal attack. To that objection, I would say that let some other party, like the Elections Board, make the call, not someone who may have a vested interest in the concern and protest ventured in the write-ins, such as a Senate member. I know of some senators who had not read the election results a week after they were posted online. What is to ensure Senate members' acknowledgement of the results and criticisms levied therein? Voicing these protests is one of the only means we, the students, have to ensure